produkto nga sikat sa mong lugar. Ang pingi ang sarili kay mauray kapital. Palit aning herbal capsule mapi itumar. Minta sa'yo pa kung mahimo magpalayo. Ayaw hulatangan na apay mahitabo. Lisod ma-hospital, ayaw pag-abusar. Santon Gold Herbal Capsule, lami kay natural.
Tahi ang pamilya nimo. Ang virus karon katagayo.
Katagayo,
Dirita inom sa makaayo. Santon Gold lang ang tubag. Mga balatian masulbad. Bukol, sarang tunawon. System tumor, Santon Gold Herbal Capsule. Garantisado, Santon Gold Herbal Capsule. May alibio, Santon Gold Herbal Capsule. Aprobado sa scientifico. Pinaendorso sa mga eksperto. Santon Gold Herbal Capsule. Epektibo. Santon Gold kay epektibo sa mga talag sa ang sakit makahatag og alivyo. Dirna ka kanila tumara kung gusto kang maayo. Kaysa panahon taro pagkaalisod ang mga sakit-sakit sa ulo. Santon Gold lang ang tubag. Mga balatian masulbad. Santon Gold Herbal Capsule. Ang mga bukol-bukol, sarang tunawon. System tumor, Santon Gold Herbal Capsule. Garantisado, Santon Gold Herbal Capsule. May alibio, Santon Gold Herbal Capsule. Aprobado sa scientifico. Pinaendorso sa mga eksperto. Santon Gold Herbal Capsule. Epektibo. Santon Gold Herbal Capsule. Daghanag natabangan. Cancer, diabetes, high blood, mental decline. Ug sakit sa kasing-kasing man maalibyohan. Protektahi ang pamilya nimo. Ang virus karon katagayo. Ang mga bukol-bukol, sarang tunawon. System tumor, Santon Gold Herbal Capsule. Garantisado, Santon Gold Herbal Capsule. May alibio, Santon Gold Herbal Capsule. Aprobado sa scientifico. Pinaendorso sa mga eksperto. Santon Gold Herbal Capsule. Epektibo.
Maayong hapon, Negros Occidental! Hello mga kaabanse, kag sa tanan nga mga Facebook viewers, kag tagpalamati sa radyo sang Xfm 90.3 Bacolod News and Public Service Authority. Welcome sa programa sang pinakagwapo nga gobernador sa bilog nga Pilipinas. Ini ang Abanse Negrense, a priority development program of Negros Occidental Governor Eugenio Jose Bong Lacson. Kag ako si Christine, ang inyo kaabanse. Happy Easter Sunday or Resurrection Sunday mga kaabanse! Una nga Domingo sa bulan sang April. Kag this is the day nga malipayo ng tanan tungod nga nabanhaw ang Ginoo. Kag kumusta ang aton nga pagnilay-nilay sa tion sang Semana Santa? Nagapatigid ako nga madamo kita sa mga reflections and realizations because isa sa mga long holidays ang Holy Week sa sini nga tuig. Malawig ang tion nga na-spend time naton sa aton nga mga family kag ang pinaka-importante sa tanan, ang sentro sang okasyon, ang Ginoo. Kag hindi magpaulihi ang pinakagwapo nga gobernador sa bilog nga Pilipinas sa iyang mensahe sa pagsaulog sini nga Semana Santa. Yari ang mensahe ni Governor Bong Lacson para sa mga pinalangga niya nga mga Negrenses.
Ini ang inyo inyo Gobernador Bong Lacson nagapahanundom sa inyo tanan sa pagsaulog sang isa ka malinong kag puno sang paglaom nga Semana Santa. Magpamalandong kita upod ang atong pamilya kag mga abyan. Nahanungod sa dako nga pagpalangga kag pagsakripisyo ni Jesus nga nagluwa sa aton tanan. Pamalandungan man naton ang aton mga kakulangan kag ang bug-os naton nga pagtuo sa Ginoo. Kabay, ini nga Semana Santa, maghatag man sa aton sang pag-asa na sa piyak sang mga pagtilaw kita mga buhi sa gihapon na may pagsali sa Ginoo. Madamong gid nga salamat.
Para sa main topic sa sininga programa, yari ang summary sang Priority Development Program ni Governor Bong Lacson para sa probinsya sang Negros Occidental. Kag ini nasandag sa kada letra sang abanse. Amo ini ang A. Agricultural competitiveness, improvement and food security. B. Building of roads, bridges and other vital infrastructure. A. Advancement of economic, trade, investment, and employment opportunities. N. Nurturing of people's health and welfare and ensuring peace and order and public safety. S. Sustainable environmental management and tourism development. E. Enhancement of access to quality education, cultural, sports, and ICT development. Negrense, ang brand of good governance and human development anchored on the principles of sustainable development and the attainment of the total human potential of all Negrenses. Sa idalom sang letra sang N, nurturing of people's health and welfare and ensuring peace and order and public safety, yari ang culmination sang National Women's Month celebration nga ginpangunahan ni Governor Bong Lacson nga ginhiwa sa Provincial Capitol Lobby.
Gathering is made even more special as we celebrate the National Women's Month. This is a time to honor the extraordinary journey of women, the trailblazers, the nurturers, and the leaders who have shaped our history and continue to build our future.
We had a Women's Month celebration in Capitol since 2020. Before that, I believe, walang Women's Month celebration sa Capitol. It's always the constituents and the LGUs through the PSWD on the Provincial Council for Women. So I thought that as government workers, we should be the one to lead also. But through the years, I noticed that we celebrate the Women's Month not only because it's a compliance to the different laws, but many of us have internalized this, and I've even noticed some offices and some hospitals initiating their own Women's Month. There are three objectives of celebrating Women's Month. One is to celebrate the gains of the women advocacy, and this afternoon we celebrate women. And the second is to inform the public about the programs and services of the government for women. And three is to focus on issues still confronting the sector. So last year we had an expo. We had different tarpaulins about the different PPA. So gin pasalida din naton liwat sa aton sa Kapitolyo. No? So sa inyo nga tanan kababaihan sa Kapitolyo. Linay sa Kapitolyo. Hindi lang linay, kundi mabaskog ng mga lideres. Salamat sa inyo pagpanguna sa aton nanoy tuhay nga opisina. Salamat sa mga guidance nyo man sa pag-implementar sang aton nga mga GAG programs. Kabay pa, mangin bukas ka magyahapon sa pag-suggest. Kung ano man nga layi o kung ano man nga programa ang aton pa duga nga mahimo para sa aton constituents. To all of you, happy Women's Month. To the men who support women, thank you so much.
Women's Month celebration has always been meaningful as it allows us to reflect on the progress we have made in advancing both gender equality and sensitivity, while reminding us of the work that still needs to be done. More importantly, it gives us the opportunity to recognize the women who continue to lead and serve with dedication. Today, we gather to honor the women leaders of Capitol. This year's theme, Lead Like the Babaylans, Filipinas, remind us of the strength that has always defined Filipino women. Long before leadership was defined by formal positions, Filipino women already played leadership roles in their communities. The Babaylans were not just leaders, they were healers and guides. They led with wisdom, with courage, and most of all, with a deep sense of responsibility and empathy for others. That same spirit is present in the women we honor today. Across the country, women continue to make significant contribution in governance, education, business, and many other fields. The Philippines remains among the leaders in gender equality in East Asia, and this is something we can take pride in. Here in Negros Occidental, we see this clearly. 57.8% of our provincial government workforce are women, and many of our board members, department and division heads are women. This reflects the level of trust, confidence, or competence and leadership that women bring in public service. To all our awardees and the women employees of the Capitol, much of what we have accomplished as administration is because of your work. I also recognize that leadership is not always easy. The past years have been challenging and many of you have had to balance responsibilities at work and at home, often quietly and without recognition. Yet, you continue to serve with commitment and professionalism. For that, we thank you. As a provincial government, we remain committed to supporting programs and policies that promote gender equality and inclusivity. We will continue to create opportunities for women in all sectors and ensure that our efforts reach those who need them the most. I also extend my appreciation to our Provincial Council for Women and our GAD Focal Point System for your continued work in advancing the welfare of women in our province. To all the women leaders of the capital and to all Negrense women, thank you for your service, your leadership, and your contribution to our shared aspiration. May you continue to lead with purpose, guided by the same strength and wisdom that define the Filipino women leaders of our history, the Babaylans. Thank you, and may God continue to bless the Negrense women. Mabuhay ang bayang Negrense, Avance Negrense.
Just my foolish heart, lovely, never ever change. Just the way you look tonight.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank our governor and also Ma'am June and the whole GAD Focal Point system because it has bridged for the recognition that we had last week. We were one of the national winner for the GAD Biodiversity Steward 2006 because actually all over the Philippines it's just we're one of the few, very, very few, or kita lang, ang may environment and biodiversity nga ga-access sa God Fund. And it was a model that I shared with other local government units because we cannot really separate gender issues or the gender lens in all of our activities. That's why all of the offices in the capital, all of the departments has access to Gender and Development Fund, the 5% GAD Fund, because our programs and activities that we launch and that we give to the communities are actually has a gender lens. It's not only a separate layer, but it's actually embedded in all of our plans and all of our programs. Now we have so many women leaders, and I'm proud to be part of a very gender sensitive, very gender responsive and inclusive workplace, which is the Capitol. So madamo gid nga salamat sa inyong presensya. Padayon kita tanan, Abanse Negrense.
Ginpangunahan ni Negros Occidental Governor Bong Lacson ang pagkilala sa mga babae nga leaders ang Kapitolyo bilang bahin sang Women's Month culmination activity. Gindayaw ang mga babae nga leaders ang ila dako nga kontribusyon sa serbisyo publiko kag ginhatagan sang pagtamuod ang ila pagpanguna kag dedikasyon sa pag-abante sang gender equality kag inklusibo nga pag-uswag sa probinsya. Yaraman sa aktibidad si Provincial God Focal Point System Action Officer Marijun Castro, Board Member Bambi de Pasukat kag Board Member Araceli Somoza. Padayon sa letras ang N, nurturing of people's health and welfare and ensuring peace and order and public safety, yari ang Happy Walk kaupod si Governor Bong Lacson para sa mga kabataan nga may Down syndrome.
A dynamic force, and you are doing this every year, and we're growing every year, and we're letting everyone know about that. SM City Bacolod, along with other SMLs, are here to support you and welcome you. So this is not just saying it, we are doing it.
Mr. Pasha has been a very close family friend of ours, and because of the inspiration we got from him, ari kita today sa SM nga nagahiwat sinisang importante kag ka-uplifting balang nga event. Kag bisan 33 years old na ang akong bata, every time si Mr. Pasha says something about kids with Down syndrome, ang heart ko daw malupok ng gapon, kagatulo man ako luha.
Farmer, banker, whatever, but ang pinaka-biggest gig nga advocacy kag ang nag-define sang atong guest speaker today is he is a father of someone who is so beautiful, at 35 years old, brings so much joy, happiness, laughter sa ilang pamilya.
I'd like to highlight, especially to new parents, to look at the child as a child first and his disability second. Love the child unconditionally and the child will bloom. Francis and si Trish kay Samantha kung bakit naging ganyan si Samantha ngayon. It's unconditional love. And if they can do it, you can all do it. Second thing, pag may nakikita kayong sa inyong lugar na mga pamilya na may anak din na may Down syndrome, lapitan ho nyo sila, magpakilala kayo. Tell them, may anak din po ako. Wala naman kayong ibibigay na kung ano pa man. Pero malaman lang nila, and maybe you can point out to them na kung gusto ho nyo at meron naman silang tablet, i-connect na lang ho nyo sa Down Syndrome Association of the Philippines, and marami silang makakausap na mga pamilya doon. Last, alam po nyo nung 35 years ago when my daughter was born, Vicky Lu, one of the very first visitor we had is no other than Tito Nesting Torrejon, the daddy of Elise. I cannot forget Tito Nesting. Dala-dala niya si Regina. Regina was maybe a few years, 7 years old, maybe, or what. And sinabi niya sa akin, Tony, huwag kang mag-alala kasi tingnan mo itong apo ko. Lalaki rin yan. Huwag kang mag-alala. Those simple words.
Happy days! Happy Walk 2026! Congratulations sa successful nga Down Syndrome Day activity nga ginhiwat sa SM Mall, Bacolod. Kagto naman kita sa letra sang A, Advancement of Economic, Trade, Investment, and Employment Opportunities. Yari ang hitabo sa CAPGEM 35th Annual Regular General Assembly Meeting.
People empowerment remains at the heart of achieving meaningful and lasting development. And it is through cooperatives that this empowerment becomes tangible, providing opportunities for growth through a stronger collective voice and effort. Over the years, CAPGEM has demonstrated how a cooperative can be a driver and catalyst for inclusive progress. Your journey reflects not only growth in numbers, but more importantly, growth in impact, reaching more members and supporting more families. Your theme today reminds us that expansion alone is not the indicator of growth. Growth is about ensuring that progress reaches everyone, that opportunities are accessible, and that every member feels the benefits of your collective success. Empowerment of its members, after all, is the true measure of cooperative's strength. Over the years, CAPGEM has exemplified how a cooperative can truly make a difference. Beyond financial services, you have extended meaningful support through your humanitarian and sectoral initiatives, providing assistance to your members, advancing digitalization, and expanding your services, investing in training and development, and championing community, gender, and environmental programs. These efforts reflect a cooperative that not only grows, but genuinely cares for its members and the community it serves. As you gather today, may this assembly serve as a moment to reflect on your achievements, to identify areas for improvement, and to renew your shared mission. To your board of directors, officers, and management, you are the key instrument in setting the direction, ensuring efficiency, and upholding the integrity of CAPGEM. The continued success of your cooperative depends greatly on your leadership, dedication, and vision. And to all members, your participation and unity are the very foundation of your cooperative. And it is your trust and shared purpose that continue to drive CAPGEM forward. Rest assured that the provincial government remains committed to strengthening our cooperatives so that together we can create more opportunities and enhance capacities. Congratulations to CAPGEM on your 35th Annual General Assembly. May you continue to grow and to empower your members. Thank you, and may God bless all your endeavors. Avance Miguense.
Sama-sama nating patunayan na ang kooperatiba ay hindi lamang isang organisasyon. Ito ay isang komunidad na nagbibigay ng lakas at pagkakataon sa bawat miyembro. Once again, congratulations to CAPGEM Community Multipurpose Cooperative on your 35th ARGAM. May you continue to grow stronger lives and remain a shining example of cooperative success. Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. By Helen Keller. So maraming salamat po at mabuhay ang kilusang kooperatiba. From Augustus and Bacolod Valle, COOI's Regional Director, Cooperative Development Authority in IR.
I am proud, no, na si Gov kag ako, no, are able to work with you to join you in these projects, no? Si Gov Aridi na rin sa una, basta nagambal siya, basta Capgem ang aton buligan, wala agad problema. Because Governor Bong knows nga ang ultimate nga magbenepisyo kamo di tanan subong nga hapon. Plangga kamo ni Bong Lacson, plangga tamang kamo, no? And we will keep on helping one another until ang tanan-tanan natin ng mga objectives, no? Malambot. I think may objective pa tamang 1 billion cooperative. Kaya? Kaya. Okay. You know, there are times in your life, bala, no? Like, dokalain ang dating, no? When something works, when people work together, today, mabatsagan ko na. Diri upod sa Capgem. Kaplanindog manabalay bugo because of the success of the things we do together. Kabay pa, pag-un pagit ang Capgem, mas maging madinalag-un pagit ang aton na mga endeavors. Maayong hapon sa tanan, avanse, nevense.
Congratulations, Capgem, kag sa tanan nga mga raffle winners sang 35th Annual Regular General Assembly. Kag antes kita magtakop sang Avance Negrense program, yari ang malipot nga Sunday devotion. Ephesians 2 verses 8 to 9. Kay tungod sa bugay sang Dios, naluwas kamo paagi sa inyo pagtuo kay Hesukristo. Ini regalo sang Diyos kag wala na base sa inyong maayo nga mga binuhatan. Gani, wala gid sing may makapabugal. Amuyad to ang Sunday Devotion halin sa opisina sang pinakagwapo nga gobernador sa bilog nga Pilipinas. Kag ginaagdan ni Governor Bong Lacson ang tanan nga aton ini pamalandungan sugod sini nga semana. Sa pagtapos ang aton programa sini nga hapon, amon ginapasalamatan ang mga suki kag tagpalamati sa radyo kag Facebook viewers ang Avance Negrense program. Kanday Army, Jonard kag Elena Angay, Pamilya Callejas, Dongges, Chongson kag Regla. Salamat sa mga OJT sang PIO kay Sheena, FJ, Kirston, Rialyn, Aljon, Trisha, Romer, Alexandra, Crystal, Carl, Axel, Angeli, Rose, Christian kag Jane. Kag happy birthday Narmela Isabel Javier, and Ram Medina. Madamo man nga salamat kay John Paul Militante, Roniel Tanguan, Richard Malihan, Jomar Aplaska, kag sa Creative Coverage and Documentation Team sa Provincial Information Division under the Office of the Governor para sa mga graphics and videos para sa Avance Negrense program. Thank you so much, Attorney Ray Frando Diaz II, Provincial Administrator, kag kay Miss Charina Magallanes Tan, PIO Head. Kag diri nagatapos ang 30 minuto nga programa nga puno sa mga updates sa Priority Development Agenda ni Governor Bong Lacson. Salamat sa paghatag sa inyo oras kag pagpamati sang live via Xfm 96.7 Facebook page. Kag para sa Avance Negrense program, ako si Christine Pelayo Dinglasan. Avance Negrense.